Yeah, I think if you look back and look at all the moments, there's certainly some ups and downs, but the current feeling um, is very positive, and a more confident team for sure. And I think that's what's the most important thing, to end that stretch on a positive note, to set yourself up for two normal weeks leading into the playoffs. This team is getting healthy at this stage of the season. Is a tough thing to do, but we are getting there, and they're ready to push one more time before we have shut them down for a couple of days. And training was intense today again, so we'll look for more of the same tomorrow against SKC. Who we fully expect at home in their final home game of the season, and maybe with a little chip on their shoulder, try to get some revenge. But no, we're ready. We have some ideas in place and some solutions, and we would like to finish where we are in the table right now. So we need points as well.
Is a pivot point or what could have been moment, the Open Cup seemed to be a really big one, because had that result knocked in your way, the narrative and the discussion, the feelings would have been completely different, 180-degree different. Do you agree with that?
No.
No.
It could have been the game against Columbus could have very easily gone to penalties, and we could have won. And so woulda, coulda, shoulda doesn't exist in my world. You either win or you don't win. Those are the two outcomes in finals, and I'm fine with both. And we pick up the pieces from either one, and that's where we're at. So this is, I think, our mentality is thinking game to game, comes in handy in those moments. There are ups and downs, and there are emotional moments, but thinking about the next task at hand is for us at LAFC the best solution.
As far as your health goes, aside, we're out there doing a little practicing, left knee is taped up. Carlos still seems unclear on terms of status. Murillo is still progressing. You say you're getting healthy, but when do you expect to have these pieces? Do you think a full complement of your players should be ready by the end of the year, or when do you expect that? Assuming no one else gets hurt.
Yeah, always. Edward was on the bench the last game. Ilya as well. Carlos is catching up on some fitness, and when he's ready, he'll give us the nod. He needs a little more time, and Murray is getting close.
What have you seen from Carlos? Can you share what you're seeing? How much more time he's putting in? Is he working with scrimmaging and things like that?
Yeah, he's working. He's here on his off days, putting in extra shifts, and catching up and getting his body used to the grind, the daily grind, and that takes time. But yeah, Carlos will never lose his ability on the ball. He'll never lose his football IQ, his ability to solve solutions in tight spaces under pressure. All of that is still very clear and great to see.
We had conversations about chance creation when things weren't necessarily going your way, but it seems like the chance creation is picking up more opportunities in the box. Are you feeling that as well? That sort of things are moving in the right direction for you that way?
Yeah, I think we're creating a lot of good moments and should have scored a couple more against St. Louis. We were a little, I would say, unpredictable, a little too hectic, and too individual in the final third against St. Louis in the first half. And those are things we talk about and work on, and we're hoping to clean that up. And we'll need to do that away from home because the chances away from home become less.
Just on a separate topic, LAFC internally voted Sergio Palencia as a Player of the Month for September. Can you speak on what you've seen from Sergi and his contributions to the team, not only for this past month, but just in general?
Did he have a birthday in September? Is that why we did it?
That had nothing to do with it.
Lots of options to choose from.
No, yeah, he's been, really consistent and steady, playing in multiple positions. Has been doing that since his arrival, and I think it's not just fair to point out September with him. I think he's been amazing all season long, defensively, offensively, being extremely well-rounded, while always bringing a competitive edge to him and to the group, which is very important for the group. Certainly one of our silent leaders on this team, who speaks in actions, and a player we definitely rely on. And I'm happy to rely on him because he is reliable. Couldn't be happier with his performances and his growth this year. And off the field, if you know him, he's a great guy as well.